Greetings, Grasshoppers. Welcome to the show today. This is your RJ, and you are attending the bot signal. Welcome. Super glad to see you here today. So, today we're going to talk about engaging our audiences with live events. But we're going to talk about that period of time before the live event, between when they sign up and when they can finally, show up. Often that's kind of a gap, right? There's a little bit of gap between when people sign up for an event and when people show up for an event. I know that, some people, when they are doing 3-day events, my coach does this, Jane M. Powers. It's a good 3-4 month experience where she's promoting the event, talking to JV partners, all of these things, and getting folks to sign up. So sometimes there's a gap of time between when people sign up and when people show up. The bigger that gap of time is, the worse the problem is of getting people to sign up and get excited only to have to wait and things happen. And that happens to everybody. Things happen, people forget, people plan stuff over that time. All of these things happen. And then what you end up with is a whole lot of signups, and the show up rate, we'll say, is lower than that. Now, that problem is kind of compounded a little bit by COVID, because now we're all right now doing live events, all of us. And there's almost always a replay available. So why, oh, why would people absolutely need to show up on time? So I get it. I get the problem. I've had the problem. And here, my friend, is how one way to solve this problem. Let me catch up on the comments here. Perfect timing. I have a pile of online events I'm going to host, and this is what I've struggled with in terms of putting them out. And a belated birthday wish. Thank you. Thank you. I had a wonderful time on my birthday. So fantastic. Perfect timing. I'm glad. Because for me, there's a lot of things that you can do digitally in that space between when they sign up and when they show up. And of course, we'll take another episode and we'll talk about how to keep people engaged during events. I've been using Zoom, but there is another product out there that I am going to be using and testing out in the near future here that looks like it has a lot more engagement possibilities. So lots of stuff going on, but we're going to focus right now. We're going to focus on that period of time between sign up and show up. So one of the things that you can use, and that we have used for many clients in the past, is something called a roadmap. Simple stuff. Simple stuff. What we've done in the past is, what a lot of people do, let's just start out with that. It's an email roadmap. So it's, 30 days leading up to the experience. It's 10 days leading up to the experience, whatever amount of days they've decided to use there. Then that is every day they get an email in their inbox. And I know email open rates. So people get an email in their inbox. It's a tip. It's something to do with the conference that they've signed up to attend. It's not admin information and, take this road to get to the hotel. Here's where you have lunch. No, none of that. Here's what it is. It's something to do with the actual content of the event. If there's anything admin, it's like a little line on the bottom. It's not about getting ready, with the admin type stuff that you do, buying your tickets and all that. It's all about, here's what you're going to learn, and how to talk about this roadmap is, listen, if you do the things that this roadmap asks you to do on the way to the event, you're going to be so much further along than the people sitting in the event, and you will get so much more out of the event. So, and I found that to be true. I have, I have attended these events where this roadmap has been possible for people, and I've met up with the people who are like, "Well, we already have this done." And it's pretty cool. People get a great feeling out of it, like, hey, I did my homework. And they do get so much more out of the event because they're not spending their time catching up. They're spending their time creating a more rewarding experience for themselves. So every day it's a tip, it's a something, it's something to do with the actual content of the presentation. You don't want to give away everything, obviously, but the roadmaps that I have done before, let me tell you, have been for 3-day events. So much goes on in a 3-day event. At least the ones that I attend give you a fire hose of information. So it really also, if you're on the learning or teaching side of things, you know that information that gets reiterated is the kind of stuff that people are going to take away. So also good that people are, when people do this roadmap, when they take advantage of the learning that's going on there, they also get a better retention rate going out the door. They're better able to put things in action after the event happens. So good for you and good for them. It is a win-win situation because it also, obviously is reminding people this event is here. This is something you've signed up for. This is something that is happening. Make sure you have the day cleared, that type of thing. And of course, when we all get back around to holding live events again, make sure you've got your flight, make sure that everything is set up for you going out of town. So there's a lot of built-in excitement generation. There's a lot of built-in engagement. It's not quite like a challenge where there's an action every single day. Sometimes there's an action with these things. But for me, it's all about keeping top of mind and keeping that excitement going so that when they finally attend that event, when the butt hits the seat, no matter whether it's virtual or whether it's live, there are some people that are well prepared. Now, let's talk about the other group. People like me, right? Like, I'll be attending one of these events, I'll get a roadmap, and I will stop and read through the email every day. I generally don't get whatever, exercise done or whatever, but just getting that content ahead of time, no matter what, reminds people, helps keep top of mind, even if they're not following along doing all the exercises and all of those kinds of things. The roadmap makes people feel cared about. Like you care to reach out no matter what. You are caring to prepare them for your event no matter what. How cool is that? How cool is that? So, let me grab a comment here. I've scrabbled to create a roadmap to draw people into these events. And one of the hows on how to make those things happen is centering around one idea that is something that you want to get across. This is not deep level teaching, these roadmaps. Nope. Not deep level teaching. This is an idea. And it's a single idea. These roadmaps are short and sweet, people. Because if it's too long, if it asks you to do too much, people are out. So you want to make it short and sweet. You want to make it a central concept, and it's a high level presentation of that concept. That's the easiest way that I can put it for you, because we are actually doing a roadmap for our next event. So any of you that sign up for that will see that be coming out here pretty soon. So yeah, a high level concept. Keep it short and sweet. This is the beginning. This is giving people a context, giving people an overview of an idea. Because of course you want them to come to the event to get the deep teaching. You want that. This is the hook. Really, you're sending out however long you decide your roadmap is going to be, 10 days, 30 days, whatever it is. Depends on how long your event is, honestly, and how long the run up to it is. When you're sending these out, this is giving context. This is giving an overview, maybe a little exercise in there every 3 days or so, to keep people involved, to keep their brains excited and going and engaged on this topic. That's what we're trying to do here, not trying to give them the book. If we're gonna make a quick analogy right here on stream, that analogy would be, we are not giving them the whole book. We're giving them a cover and a first chapter, just like Amazon does, right? Take a peek inside, see what this is going to be about. So that would be my guidance on what to write about. Now, let's talk about format for a second, shall we? Because this is also very, very important. So, as I said, I've been exposed a couple of times to 30-day roadmaps or whatever that are, kind of a daily email type of thing. Now, let me pull back a second too. Roadmaps are a lot of work, people. All right, they are. They are. I won't lie about that and say, oh, simple to think up. No. That's not the correct way to go about this. It's a lot of work. But in the end, what it offers you is more people sitting in those seats when you get ready to present. And isn't that what we really, really want? Basically, you're giving people an extra helping hand out there. You're giving them an opportunity to just kind of bask in the love that you're offering them, in the teaching that you're offering them at that time. Now, email ain't the greatest delivery mechanism on the face of the earth. It ain't dead. But maybe it's on life support. Anyway, you can absolutely choose to have people get that roadmap every day in email. You can absolutely do that. That's totally up to you. Or when they sign up to your event, maybe you could give them a choice. Would you like this roadmap through text every day? And then that text would have a link to a landing page where you have the information. Would you like this roadmap in your email or in your email inbox? Would you like this roadmap over Facebook Messenger? Now, you're taking the same information and you're, basically putting it in 3 places. You could give them 2 choices. Would you rather have it in email or text? You could totally do that too. I wouldn't give them more than 3 choices on how to get the information. But honestly, that's the best way to go, right? That's the best way to go. Give them a choice. Give them a little bit of power over where they're going to get that information and when. My friends, my darlings, my grasshoppers, choice is where it's at. Giving people a choice, giving them some control and some power over how they're hearing this conversation with you. Yep, takes a lot of work, but boy, is it worth it. I don't mind putting in a lot of work. I don't mind spending money. If I know that I'm going to get a return on that, I'm cool with it. And trust me on this. this will give you more people in the seats because they've engaged throughout the entire process. They've engaged with you. They've felt the love of getting that message. They've had that choice over how they're going to get it. And most people participate, particularly if you are leading them, to a different place type of a thing. If you're leading them through the text and through Messenger into a little bot sequence where you can have a conversational way to present the information, then what you're in for is people will start to respond. And you'll start to hear that excitement when you blast something out to people, even when they're interested, even if they've paid for the event. Very few will answer you. It's not because your email ain't any good. It's not that. What it is you're dealing with 20 years of reading emails and people just don't respond to them. Unless they're a one-on-one personal email, people don't respond to them normally. Unless it's an out of office reply. Anyway, that is what I know. Let's catch up on the comments here. You just changed how I'm going to promo my December offerings. Hey, absolutely. I am glad to be here for you, my friend. Adam is here. Choice is good, but in an organized flow. Oh my God. Yes. What you just said, Adam. Let's just put that up on the screen, shall we? I hardly ever do this, but I'm going to do it right now. Choice is good, but in an organized flow. We must have an organized flow. And what I take from that, Adam, is that when people know where they're going, when people know what they're in for exactly, and then you present exactly that, then you start to build that T word, the all important T word people trust. So you start to build trust. So, okay, let's take an example, shall we? Let's take a little Disneyland example. And that example is this. You're about to go on a ride, and maybe I'm the person who gives the instructions, right? I say, okay, everybody, take that thing, put it down over you, because we're going to be going down this tunnel and this road, and then you're going to be going up and down and all around and all of that kind of stuff. And if what I tell you matches your experience, then that is an automatic trust builder. So take that example, take the ride explanation example, the amusement park example, and let's put it into real terms. If I say, when you've signed up, oh my gosh, I am so excited you signed up. This is going to be a fabulous relationship, darling. Now I have got something extra cool for you that is going to prepare you for the event and help you get the very most out of your time with me. And I've got a roadmap. This is what it's going to do. This is the experience you're going to have. You can get it by a text message every day, or you can get it by email every day, or you can get it by Facebook Messenger inbox every day. What experience would you like to have? And if you pick text, I'll say something like this. Okay, you're going to get a text at a certain time every day that's going to, and at the end of the text, there will be a link. From that link, then you'll go to a landing page, or you'll go to a bot. Of course, my choice, right? Or you'll go to a conversational bot that'll walk you through the day's material. And then present that exactly the way that you've talked about doing it. It builds trust. It helps people know that you've thought around all of the barriers that they could possibly have. You've thought around all the difficulties they could possibly have, and you care about their experience. Listen, if you can establish that real well ahead of time, when people get to that event, they're more ready to invest in some further time with you. They're more ready to, they know that they like this experience already. They know that they trust you already. And that is a big, big, big deal. Putting on live events, whether it is a live event that you are doing on Zoom, whether it's a live event that you are doing in person, maybe it's a hybrid which is where I think everything's going to go anyway. And you get better results at the end of it. You get more engaged people all the way through the event. That pulls in other people. That creates what you want to have. Got another comment here. Never good to present an eclectic maze. They get lost. Pardon me a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and as a tech person, let me just say, I've had this experience. I have put out such a maze for people sometimes in the past, obviously. But I've put out such a maze for people that they're like, I don't know what to do next. So if you ever think that maybe people might get lost here, try it out on a few people. Just say, hey, could you run through this and tell me what you think as you go through this? And be that silent watcher over the shoulder, and ask them to talk about what they're thinking. That is a really good way to determine, have I led people to a place where they're like, I'm overwhelmed and I'm not sure what choice to make? It's okay. We all do it. We all do it. We've all had that experience. The important thing is come through it. Come through it. Make a few decisions, run it by, change it a little bit and run it by a few more people. And it's going to be okay. This journey is a good one. You will get at the end what you crave, which is an engaged audience at your live events and a few people taking you up on an offer at the end. That's the point. That's absolutely the point. Those live events that I was going to every month or twice a month or whatever before COVID hit, those were awesome things. Those were things that I want to go back to just as soon as we have them. There are some events that I've been to more than once that are the exact same events. I am going because of the feeling in the room. I'm going for that engagement. I am doing that thing because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm at a party with friends, with family in some cases, and I'll go again. Just as soon as they're online again. And that's why feedback is essential. It is, Adam. We have not had that feedback channel for so long, I think, that people are just kind of like, I can tell people my opinion about things. That having that feedback channel is absolutely essential. I watch companies like AppSumo. They're having a Black Friday extravaganza. People pop on over there, appsumo.com, and just see what they have, because there's a lot of cool things in there. But I'm seeing, I watch the reviews of certain products, especially if I've invested or are thinking about investing in them. I watch the reviews come down. I watch how there's reviews that come down, and then there's also an opportunity to ask questions. And people have a lot of questions. I look at how the customer service people are answering those opportunities at feedback, because that is a very important way to predict how a company is going to treat you after the sale is over. Feedback is a many-splendored thing. We don't get it in traditional marketing. We just don't. We look at clicks and we think that that's feedback. It's not. It's not. It's nothing more than a little signpost. You can get real feedback by talking to your people, and you can certainly do that in a bot, my friends. And that is one of the reasons that I love bots so much. But I hope that this gave you some ideas and some different ways to approach that run up to the event. Roadmap. Roadmap is a cool thing. It provides people with information. It helps them engage. It helps them keep your event top of mind so that when it's time to show up, they haven't suddenly got another meeting that that they had signed up for. They've got you, and they would not put anything in the way of having an experience with you. So, my friends, that is the message for today. I won't be on tomorrow. If you're not here in the US, it's a big holiday tomorrow. It's a little Thanksgiving going on. The wife and I are going to be, I don't know, cooking some turkey. Stuffing will be a part of it. Mashed potatoes will not. Neither of us care for those. We're gonna cook together. We're gonna snuggle with the pets. And we're probably gonna play on our computers, and that's what we're gonna do. And I'm probably gonna paint things in the basement because that's what I love to do. So we're taking tomorrow off, taking Friday off from the show as well. But we've got big things happening on Monday. I have got a giveaway that I'm going to be starting on Monday. We have got we're going to be able to sign up for our next event on Monday. And there's a lot of stuff going on. So we'll be pleased to have you on Monday. Parade cooking and being lazy, baby. Yeah. It would be great if I did a class on building a roadmap. Interesting. I am building a class right now, and it is all about engagement marketing. So roadmap ought to be a little module, don't you think? We'll take care of that. I believe that's Teresa, so I'm just going to call you Teresa right now. Very good, darlings. We'll be premiering all of that and showing you, what you can get involved with. We'll be doing that on Monday. I myself do not have a Black Friday sale going on. I point people toward AppSumo where they can save some money and get some really great software. Yeah, gosh, thank you for joining me today. Audience members, you're precious to me. You just are, because I absolutely love talking to you. So we'll be back on Monday. Do enjoy that holiday. Enjoy that holiday. Get whatever you can out of your time off. Treat yourself, people. Do the things that you absolutely love to do, because that's what life is about. Life beyond entrepreneurship. There is life beyond entrepreneurship. I see it once in a while. And that's it for me today. So thanks again for joining me. You people are absolutely stellar. And I'll see you in a bot.